Hello, everybody. This is Bigstack Numismatics. I want to welcome all of my fellow coin collectors out there. It is Saturday, May 29th. Beautiful day where I'm at, and I'm just going to spend a little bit of time indoors making a couple videos today. On my other channel, I just got done finishing detailing my silver and gold stack updates for the last couple months. And in this one, I want to talk a little bit about my experience this past week attempting to order some of the 2021 Morgan silver dollars from the U.S. Mint website. Crazy experience for most people. Some people weren't able to get in at all, but we'll talk about that here in just a second. And then the second part, I want to go over some of these beautiful Franklin half dollars that I have. I love Franklin half dollars, and I have roll upon roll of them in just circulated condition, but to have a couple that are in this condition are going to be fantastic. But first, let's talk about the U.S. Mint. So, I think you'd have to be living under a rock to not understand or know that those releases of the new 2021 Morgans with the CC Privy or the New Orleans Privy were being released this past week, and they had said that they were going to stagger the ordering times for the other ones so that everyone can get a shot and all that kind of stuff. But it was just a bad situation overall. I was there on the website, logged in, all my credit card details ready to go, and as soon as I could, you refresh the screen until all of a sudden it says, instead of let you know when they're available, all of a sudden it says, okay, how many would you like to add to your cart? And so I ended up adding three to my cart, of the Carson City Privy 2021 Morgans, and that went without a hitch. I went to check out, and the reason for three is I wanted to get one for each of my children. I have started a coin collection for them years ago, and so I just try to, get them items and stuff like that keep them interested, and I thought this would be perfect. And so added to the cart, and as soon as I go to check out, it crashes. Bad gateway, whatever, internet's bad, refresh, and now they're no longer in my cart anymore. So I got to add them again. And I think, if you were part of that process, you understand the frustration that was involved with that. It was not fun, and of course, at that point I'm thinking, maybe I should just wait a little while because everyone's trying to get them right at the time. And I think they said they were going to allow for, 175,000 of each or something like that. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I'm thinking with their limit of 10 per household, that it should at least sell out immediately. But anyway, I just kept finagling with it, got it added finally, and after I would say probably 9 or 10 times of being kicked off their website, getting the errors, having to reload, refresh, and all that kind of stuff, I finally got the confirmation that I was able to purchase three of them. So I have three of them that when they're ready to ship will come my way. But not everyone was so lucky. And then, of course, they did sell out on the same day. So I just feel like the U.S. Mint, they've got to figure something better out, because this is not the first time they've had to deal with problems of this nature. And then, of course, they release after the fact, well, we're short on silver. We're going to have to delay these future releases. Everyone's pretty mad. So I sure hope the U.S. Mint can figure something out and do a better job of, number one, communicating to everybody, number two, making it fair, number three, not just coming up with stories of why silver shortage is why they can't do that. I think they don't know quite what they're doing over there. So either way, according to the email I got, I have three on the way. So as soon as I get those, I'll premiere those on here, of course. All right, back to the topic of this video, these Franklin half dollars. Now, back years ago, the last 8 years, I've been a silver and gold stacker, trying to pick up gold and silver as close to their spot as I can. And of course, over the course of doing that, come to really discover how much I enjoy coin collecting also. I still stack because it's one of the ways that I save, is through precious metals. But boy, there are some beautiful examples of coins out there, and I fell in love, especially with older U.S. Mint products. But the Benjamin Franklin half dollar has always been one of my favorite, and I think probably as a stacker, the reason is that they were only released for so long in the late 50s, and there's just so many good examples. There's not a lot of wear and tear on them. You know what I mean? So like when you get a tube of Franklin's, they're all going to be in pretty good condition. It's rare to find slicked out $50 Franklin's, and so they always got good weight and all that kind of business. And but I realized that as much as I love those coins and love having them in my stack, I wanted some good examples of these coins, and so I picked up. First of all, here this is a 1957 Denver. Let me just show you the details here first. MS65 full bell lines, and I sure hope that that I can get the toning and the luster across, because this is an absolutely gorgeous coin to look at. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. If I tilt it, you might see hints of the color, but there's rainbow colors all throughout, and of course the cartwheeling effect is massive in person. I'm not sure if I'm getting that here on this video or not. When I bought this was listed as a dual toner, because it's not just the obverse that's got the beautiful toning. The reverse has toning as well, and full belt lines. And again, I'm not sure if I'm conveying this. It's so hard for me to show the beauty of a coin up close like this. Well, maybe there at the bottom, I think you see some of the rainbow hints that come. It's hard without the... Let's see if I can get it the other direction. Maybe if I flip it upside down. Anyway, you get the idea. Anyway, this is a stunner to look at. And this is nothing special in terms of rarity. There's 30 million of these were minted. So this is not any kind of rare coin. And I did not have to pay a ton for this. I feel like, boy, I got this a while ago. I feel like I paid $90, I think, for this. But I wanted a really good example of a Benjamin Franklin $50 that I could gaze upon and compare to the bullion circulated versions that I keep. Anyway, beautiful. All right. Then I also wanted a nice proof example. And especially with the Franklin, there's so much room for open fields. So first of all, the details on this one. Proof 67, NGC. And this thing just mirror finish, of course, with the proof. To my eyes, a flawless coin. So yeah. I have probably, I'm going to guess, 10 or 12 rolls of Franklin $50. And I've never really gone through them looking for rarities or anything like that, because numismatically speaking, it's pretty new to me. So I have a lot of coins that I can go through at some point and be looking for either errors or looking for rarities. But in the meantime, I'm just glad to be able to have some examples of these Franklin $50 that are just so much fun to look at. So different. So there you go. My MS65 full bell lines and the Franklin Proof 67. And of course, the Proof 67 also is not very rare by my estimation. Haven't looked up the details in a while, but I just wanted something that looks good. And I've always been told, buy the coin, not the holder. So the holder, I think, is just helps me as someone that's willing to pay more money for something to feel more comfortable. And I'm learning more about the craft as I go. Like, I feel like if I encounter raw coins, I have a pretty good idea of where I would grade something, but I know that I'm not great at it. So knowing that, then buying the most beautiful coins that I can find is my priority right now. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for checking out my graded Franklin $50 here. And As I mentioned, the issue with the US Mints, I hope they figure that stuff out, because I don't know when the next releases are going to be offered or whatever, but I sure hope they find a better way to release those without having things crash every 3 seconds. And I don't know, it should be like a big question mark as to whether or not you have access. But just my thoughts on the subject. At any rate, this is Bigstack Numismatics. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your weekend, and we'll be back at you real soon. Take care.